It's actually pretty interesting, because the idea that the love you have for yourself, is being corroded by the places that you're hiding from yourself. It actually eats away at the love you've managed to build up. And you know this is true because when you think about that naughty thing you did, or that evil thing you did, or that wrong thing you did, or how you cheated on whatever, it lowers your vibration, of course, but it also diminishes the confidence you have in yourself. And diminished confidence means less love. So it's not just that there's a section of you that you have not made love to. We like that. There's not just a section of you that you haven't made love with, but there's that section continues like an acid to corrode away the parts of you that you have been able to be loving toward. Because there's a part of you that says, oh, well, you know, I did that thing where I cheated on my taxes that time, so that means I'm a cheater, right? And then you get these labels. And then the labels have connections to societal norms, and those societal norms you don't feel good being connected to because it's energetically, vibrationally a low vibrational state, and then it just corrodes and corrodes and corrodes. Can you see that? It just eats away at the confidence you've been able to build up. Okay, so let's say there's something about you that you just can't stand. Something awful. Something you just are so humiliated by that you can't imagine ever loving. The room got real heavy when we said that. And what if you just started from that place and you said, okay, thing I can't stand about myself. I'm going to acknowledge that you are present in me and that my hatred of you is not contributing to my growth. Just that statement. I acknowledge that my hatred of this aspect of myself is not contributing to my growth. Now, you all wouldn't be here if you didn't wish growth. So right then, that's like a little wake-up call. It's like a little aha. Wow, my hatred of that is actually holding me back. Not just that I did it, but that the fact that I hate that I did it is holding me back. You understand? Then what you want to do is say, all right, well, I don't want to be held back. So if I say my hatred of you is holding me back, what if I can come into a neutral position? Just a neutral position. Not good, bad, up, down. Just a neutral position of, yes, this happened. The sky is blue. I have 2 hands. Yes, this happened. Okay? Short factual statement. This happened. And then once you get to this happened, you can get into the situation of what happens within me when I acknowledge that this happened. This happened, that means I'm a bad person. Okay, back. Get off the window ledge. This happened. It happened. It happened. It is true. It is true. Make your short factual statements. What can happen then is if you can bring it into at least a neutral position or anywhere away from hate, right? Anywhere away from I hate this about myself is going to help. But if you can someday get to neutral where you can just say, yes, this happened, that's a real strong building block. Because from yes, this happened, it's yes, this happened, and what did I learn? And once you have what did I learn, you can build from what did I learn to appreciating that it happened in the first place. Eventually. Just like you're getting to the point where you can appreciate triggers to your core emotion, you can start to appreciate this not nasty, awful thing that had happened or that you did. The core delusion. That's making us laugh. You know, when you start thinking about being deluded or hiding, you know, hiding, like I'm hiding from myself. That's where we really want to be sensitive to the fact that you have hidden from yourself to survive. You've hidden from yourself to function. You've hidden from yourself to keep going. You know, if you don't have the skills and the consciousness level and the support system and the tools, etc., to face these places within yourself that you're dark or you have a Swiss cheese thing going on, well, hiding from it is the survival instinct. It's the survival mechanism. So pretending it didn't happen keeps you going. This is one of the ways people survive, mass trauma or personal trauma, is like, I just don't remember it very well. But there comes a point in your consciousness studies and your consciousness journey where you're prepared to look at it. Where you're prepared, where you're you man up, as they say. And you say, okay, I've already looked at X, Y, Z, and A, B, C, and now it's time to look at J and K. And I can because I have a foundation under me. My foundation allows me to explore these things. So, deluding yourself on some levels is the survival instinct. But one of the things we're doing here in this circle is evolving the survival instinct. We're evolving your relationship to the survival instinct to give you the opportunity to transform out of the fear-based operating system into the consciousness-based operating system. So it makes sense that you've deluded yourself, and it also makes sense that at some point those delusions need to be addressed. And we say shine the light of consciousness, right? Shine the light of consciousness. Open your closet, see what you've got hidden in there. Take your finger off the box, right? We say it 5 million different ways. And the bottom line really is, at some point, to move forward, to get out of suffering and into bliss, to move beyond duality, to really be a creator, you have to say, I am no longer going to hide from these truths about myself. But the key is, I'm not going to go relive them. I'm not going to go and kill, beat myself up about them. I'm going to move into a neutral position as best as I can so that I can have a new relationship to them. This isn't rehash. This is reinvent or redo your relationship to these delusions, to these places where you've wanted to hide from yourself. You walk internally. You do the walk of the internal battle, the internal journey, and you journey in and you wrestle and fight and stab and cut and bite and bleed, and no one knows. And only you know that you are a conqueror. No one bestows titles on you. No one gives you a new horse. No one says, please stand beside me and defend my kingdom because you are the greatest warrior who walks this land. No one gives you that external validation, but you give yourself the validation that you have conquered. What have you conquered? You've conquered the inertia, you've moved past the procrastination, and you've transformed the fear that you feel when looking at your truth. You have moved into the right relationship with the truth of you. You have brought yourself to the place of victory and to the place of triumph. And no one will know. And that's why it's harder for you. That's why the challenge is greater. That's why you're here doing this now. Because you're walking into the field, but the field is within you. But you do not walk alone. Even though the field is within you, you may carry us as your comrade. We will stand beside you. We will carry you if need be. We will hold beside you. And you need not doubt that we can handle it. Nothing you can present us, nothing you present us, dissuades us from our ability to stand next to you. We stand next to you with our weapons at the ready, so you are reminded of the tools that you wield.